Okay, welcome back, guys. This is our fifth video tutorials on HTML. And this tutorial, like I told you in my previous videos, that we are going to be discussing what we call HTML attributes. Okay. Now, uh, attributes provide additional information about HTML elements. It provides additional information about HTML elements. Now, HTML attribute, like I told you, all HTML elements can have attributes. All HTML elements like that, they have attributes. Now, attribute provides additional information about an element. Okay, and attribute are always specified in the start of a tag, just like what we've seen here. This is an attribute, and it provides additional information. Now, it provides a value. Now, this value is the website you are going to link up with. Okay. Now, this is anything in the when you're writing an attribute. Okay, you write it when you're writing an attribute, and it always comes before an equal sign. Now, an equal sign is trying to tell you that this attribute has a value. Okay, it has a value, and that value must come between a quotes. Now, the quotes, just like what you've seen here. Okay. Now, for example, let's move down here. Now, there's what we call lang attribute that is always included in HTML. Now, HTML, it has an attribute. Now, for example, we have lang. Okay, this is an attribute, HTML attribute, HTML element attribute. Now, for example, ing is trying to tell you which type of language this website is made up of. So, yeah, just like that. Now, the language is declared in the lang attribute. Declaring a language is important for accessibility applications like screen readers and search engine. Now, you've been seeing in Google when you're trying to search for information in English. All the websites that uh, are written in English will be shown for you. So if you are searching in French, or maybe you're using Google for French, google.com dot fr. Now, they are going to display information on those, and for you that are written in French. Sorry. Okay. Like I say, declaring a language is very important, and it helps screen readers to access those informations. Okay. Now, there's what we also call a title attribute. Now, for example, let's write about myself. Okay, let me say, yeah, let me delete this one. So anyway, I'm gonna write about myself here. My name is Kingsley. My name is Kingsley, comma, I am 27 years old, comma, I studied marine engineering at Maritime Academy, of Nigeria. Full stop. Okay. Now, here, they will call the title attribute will be used here to indicate an information about this paragraph. Okay. Now let's check this out. Title is equal to about Kingsley. Now let's check this out. Okay. I think it was supposed to show a little pop-up. This was when you move a mouse over the element, or the title will be displayed on the, as a tooltip. That's what's supposed to happen anyway. um, it didn't. Okay, whatever. Okay, you can see it has highlighted the same color. It's been highlighted the same color with href. And in the bracket, and sorry, in the quotes, now this is highlighted blue. Is it blue or pink? I don't know about colors. I don't know colors anyway. If you know this, but whatever it is the same color with the attribute here. So it means it's a valid and HTML attribute value. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is a valid attribute. Okay. Okay. So there's also, we have an attribute for link. The attribute is href. href. Okay. Now this is a Yahoo link. Now when you view that in the browser, you see it's gonna tell you, it's gonna be highlighted, or the color will be changed to blue, and it will be underlined telling you it's a link. Okay. Now when you take your mouse there and hover on it, is going the mouse is gonna change to a hand, trying to tell you that it's a link, that you can click on it. Okay. And something is gonna happen. All right. Okay. All right. Now, okay, so you learn more about links and the A tags later on when we do dealing about when we're dealing with links. Okay. Now we also have what we call size attribute. HTML images are defined with img. Okay. Like I told you, I tried to create an image. I tried to insert an image before here. So img src source is equal to the delete. I copy this. Okay. All right. Now this source is an image attribute telling the browser that this is where the link is located. Okay. This is the name of the file, and it's the same directory with the web page. Okay. Now if, for example, we want to add the size attribute to this image. Now let's view this browser. Let's view this in the browser and see how it's gonna look like. Okay, see, it's very big here. Okay, now let's add an attribute to it, a size attribute. Now, for example, we have width attribute. With this width attribute, let's say 200 width. Now, and height is equal to probably, let's say, 200. Now let's view that in the browser. See, you see that the image are gonna be resized. You see that the image has been resized. Okay. So now if we now increase the width to 500, it's gonna be resized accordingly too. Okay. Now the image size is specified in pixel. By default is specified with pixel. Now the pixel there means screen pixel wide. Now if we are using 500, now it means the pixel there means 500 pixel wide, and 200 pixel long. Okay. All right. Now in an image, now we also have an attribute called alt. Now alt attributes specify an alternative text to be used when an HTML element cannot be displayed. Okay, the value of the attribute can be read by the screen readers. This way, someone listening to a web page. Probably a blind person can hear the element. Now if for example let's add an alt alternative text. Now alt is equal to let's say promo image. Now let's delete some of this so that the image will not show. Okay, let's first of all display that. Now you will see that you will notice that the image did not come up here. Sorry, the text did not show here. The text did not show here. The alternative text will not show up here. Did not show up. So now let's try to delete some of the. Now let's remove the name of the file. Let's change the name so that the image is not going to come up, but the text is going to show up now. Now you can see this, that since we changed the name of the image, that means we don't have any image that has this name promo.png on the folder that the web page is, the web document is. So now the alternate text is going to display the information about that image, okay, to tell the reader that probably someone, like I tried to explain to you before, is going to tell anyone probably that's blind, that's trying to use screen reader, that the information that there's an image there. Okay, now I'm gonna give you some tips about I'm gonna give you some tips about attribute. Let me check my time. I have limited time anyway. Okay, I'm gonna give you some tips. All of this I'm just giving you an example. We are going to really explain them later on in the images, the link and stuff like that. Now when you are trying to add an attribute to an element, now always use a lowercase attribute. Always make sure that the attribute is lowercase. Now a title attribute can be written with upper or lowercase title actually, but it's always advisable for you to use lowercase. So like I told you before, in HTML, when you're writing HTML codes, now everything, the tags, everything, make sure everything is in small letters. If there's anywhere you're going to use capital letter, as we proceed on, we are going to tell you about that. Okay, alright. Double style quotes are the most common in HTML. Any attribute you're giving, make sure that it's in double quotes. Okay, but single quote will work just well, can work well. Single quotes can work well, but it's always advisable. The standard of W3C, the board that oversees internet, now recommends you use double quotes. Okay, alright. This is where we're gonna call it the end of this tutorial. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.